Attention Cleveland Browns fans, stop everything you're doing, because the news that just came in is going to shake the very foundations of the entire Browns nation. Seriously, you won't believe what just happened. But before I drop this bombshell, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications, because here you get daily videos with the latest and hottest updates about the Browns. You don't want to miss out, right? Now, take a deep breath, get comfortable, because what I'm about to tell you could completely change the direction of our franchise. In sports, time isn't just measured by the clock. It defines reputations, shapes relationships, and often demands receipts. And when your last name is Sanders, time doesn't pass unnoticed. It comes with spotlights, expectations, and of course, a lot of public opinion. After all, we're talking about Deion Sanders, a charismatic coach, a Hall of Famer, and above all, a father. But what happens when a casual joke made months ago starts sounding like a prophecy? Or worse, like fuel for a narrative that refuses to die? That's exactly the scenario Deion Sanders and his son, Shedeur Sanders, find themselves in right now. It all started earlier this week, when a video of Deion, recorded back in March, resurfaced and quickly went viral on social media. The clip was far from scandalous or offensive. It simply captured a classic Deion moment: witty, confident, unfiltered. During the ProMat conference in Chicago, he was asked about a possibility that, at the time, seemed purely speculative. Could the Cleveland Browns be a good destination for Shedeur in the 2025 NFL Draft? Deion, with that trademark smile, paused briefly and replied with his usual irreverence: "We're praying for the Giants right now." Yes, we are. Fast forward to April. Shedeur Sanders, who not long ago was projected as a first-round pick, even considered by many experts as one of the top 2 quarterbacks in the class, ended up being selected. But not at the top, not even in the middle rounds. Shedeur was picked only at selection number 144 by the Cleveland Browns, a significant drop, the kind that grabs attention, sparks heated debates, and raises the age-old question of how much off-field factors like marketing, personality, or maybe even the last name still influence decisions in the NFL Draft. The intriguing part wasn't just the fall. It was, above all, the mature and calm way Shedeur handled it. No public frustration, no cryptic social media posts. On the contrary, he thanked the Browns, praised the opportunity, and made it clear he's ready to work hard and prove his worth. While some analysts suggest this slide was a subtle attempt by the league to curb the Sanders brand, a mix of talent, strong personality, and massive media presence, others believe it was just another example of the complex dynamics of the draft, where specific needs and long-term strategies often outweigh pre-event rankings. The fact is, it's hard to ignore the irony. Months ago, Deion joked about not wanting to see his son in Cleveland. And now, fate has made that joke a reality. What was once mere speculation has become fact. Now the question hanging in the air is, can Shedeur change the course of this narrative? Can he turn the team that was the butt of his father's joke into the perfect stage to show the world he belongs among the greats? We want to know. What do you think about this story? Leave your opinion in the comments. And if you enjoy content that goes beyond the obvious, exploring the behind-the-scenes, the dilemmas, and the ironies that sports offer, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Rumors circulating behind the scenes in the NFL suggest that Shedeur's slide in the draft may have had more to do with his father, Deion, than with Shedeur's actual talent. Executives reportedly expressed concerns about Deion's strong influence and even speculated about the possibility that he might one day take over as head coach of an NFL franchise, something that could disrupt a team's coaching environment. One of the most controversial reports was the accusation that Shedeur showed up unprepared for a meeting with New York Giants head coach Brian Daboll, an episode that, according to rumors, influenced the Giants' decision to select Jackson Dart in the first round. In response to these accusations, Deion Sanders was categorical in an interview on the podcast Say What Needs to Be Said, hosted by former NFL cornerback Asante Samuel. "It hurt," Deion admitted, "but the Bible says that God uses the foolish things to confound the wise. Yes, there were foolish things, but that gave my sons what they needed. That edge that Tom Brady had, that I had, that you had. Everyone said we wouldn't be anything. But we had to prove them wrong, and that gave them that edge. Deion also scoffed at the criticism that his son showed up unprepared for meetings. You're going to tell me that Shedeur walked into a meeting wearing headphones? Anyone who knows my son knows he's a professional. He had 6 different offensive coordinators, and with each change, he improved. Do you really believe he wasn't prepared? Come on, people. Shedeur remains focused and professional in Cleveland. Now, with the Cleveland Browns, Shedeur maintains a professional attitude. Under the watchful eyes of the media and fans, he's competing for a starting spot against experienced names like Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, and Dillon Gabriel. Recently, images showed Shedeur interacting with Pickett during the team's organized team activities, OTAs, held from June 3rd to 5th. Meanwhile, Deion continues to closely follow his son's journeys while also reinforcing his work with the Colorado Buffaloes. The challenges don't stop there. This whole scenario raises important reflections about the NFL pre-draft process and the impact of rumors and media reports on the paths of young talents. Stephen A. Smith wrapped up his defense with a warning about the effects of this type of narrative. This shows why so many athletes might feel disheartened by the process. Why go through interviews and meetings if they're just going to twist the truth about you afterward? With that, one question lingers. Could this be a red flag for the next big college football name, like Arch Manning?